students, welcome to Vidya Mirar. This video is made for class 7th on chapter number 8, comparing quantities, and let's begin with the exercise 8.3 of NCERT. Question number 1. Tell what is the profit or loss in the following transactions. Also find profit percentage or loss percentage. Now first of all, in order to find out the profit or loss, you should know what is the cost price and the selling price of the product. If your selling price is more than the cost price, that means there will be profit, and to calculate the profit percentage will be profit upon the cost price multiplied by 100. Same way, if loss is there, we want to know whether loss is there. In that case, cost price will be more than the selling price, and loss percentage will be calculated by loss upon CP multiplied by 100. Let's begin with the first part. A gardening shears bought for rupees 250 and sold for rupees 325. So we are given bought, that means cost price is 250, selling price is 325, which means of course there is a profit of rupees 75. To find profit percentage, the formula will be profit upon cost price multiplied by 100. My profit was 75. What is the cost price? 250 multiplied by 100. If it can be reduced, then find out that it is 30% profit. B part. A refrigerator bought for rupees 12,000 and sold for rupees 13,500. Again there is a profit because selling price is more. There is a profit of 1500 rupees. To calculate profit percentage, it will be 1500 upon 12,000 multiplied by 100. It can be further reduced and you get a fraction as 25 upon 2%. But we want to know, we never write it in a fraction, we can convert it into a decimal form. So our answer comes to 12.5%. C part. A cupboard bought for rupees 2500 and sold for rupees 3000. Again our selling price is more than the cost price by 500 rupees. So our profit is 500. So our profit percentage is 500 upon 2500 multiplied by 100. Reduce it to its lowest term and you will get profit percentage as 20%. D part. A skirt bought for rupees 250 and sold at rupees 150. It means my cost price is more than the selling price. That means I have suffered a loss in this for rupees 100. In order to calculate loss percentage, it will be loss upon CP multiplied by 100, which is equal to 100 upon 250 multiplied by 100. It can be further reduced, so your loss percentage is 40%. Question number 2. Convert each part of the ratio to percentage. Now here different ratios are given to you. We will be finding out percentage of each part. Now for example, your first part it says that 3:1. Let's find out the total. What is the total? 3 plus 1 we will do as 4. So in order to calculate the percentage of each part, the first part is 3 and the second part is 1. So for the percentage, 3 upon 4, 4 is the total number of parts, multiply by 100, you will get 75%. Second part, there is only one part in the second, but total are 4. So 1 upon 4 multiplied by 100, it can be further reduced. So your percentage is 25%. B part, 2:3:5. First find the total sum. That is 2 plus 3 plus 5, which is equal to 10. So the first part you have only 2, but the total is 10. So you will make it a fraction 2 upon 10. For the percentage you will multiply it with 100, reduce it and you will get 20% for the first part. Second part is 3. So 3 upon total parts 10 multiplied by 100, 30%. Third part is 5. 5 upon total parts 10 multiplied by 100, which gives you 50%. Now in order to check whether your answer is correct or not, you can add all the percentage. Like in the first part you got 75% and 25%. add them together, you should get total as 100. That means your answer is correct. Same way in the B part, you have 20 plus 30 plus 50, only the answers. Just add them together, total should come to 100. C part, 1:4. So how many total parts? 1 plus 4, which is equal to 5. So first part will be 1 upon 5. So in the denominator, we will write the total number of parts like we used to do in the fractions. So 1 upon 5 multiplied by 100 gives you 80%. Second part is 4 upon 5 multiplied by 100, which is 80%. So 20% plus 80% total gives us 100%. So our answer is correct. Last part, 1:2:5. Total number of parts are 8. So let's calculate one by one all the parts. The first part is 1 upon total number of parts, that is 8 multiplied by 100, which is 12.5%. Second part is 2 upon 8 multiplied by 100, deducted, reduce it to its lowest term, you will get 25%. And in the third part, it is 5 upon 8 multiplied by 100. It will come into the fraction form as 125 upon 2. Converted into decimal, it will be 62.5. Now add them all together, 12.5 plus 25 plus 62.5. All total should come as 100. Only then our answer is correct. Question number 3. The population of a city decreased from 25,000 to 24,500. Find the percentage decrease. In this type of questions, you need to remember the formula, that is, even if it is percentage increase or percentage decrease, in the numerator you will write the change that has happened, whether increase or decrease, divided by the original quantity or price or the initial value of the thing, multiply by 100 in order to get percentage. Like over here we are talking about the population. It is decreasing by how much? 500. So what is the change? That is 500. So we will write 500 upon the initial population or the beginning of the population, that is 25,000, or the original population, that is 25,000, multiplied by 100 in order to calculate the percentage, that is only 2%. So the percentage decrease of the population will be 2%. Question number 4. Arun bought a car for rupees 3,50,000. The next year the price went up to rupees 3,70,000. So what is happening over here? Initial price was 3,50,000. Price has increased to 3,70,000. What is the change? What is the difference between them? 20,000. So in order to find out percentage increase, so the change amount, that is 20,000, divided by the original price, that was 3,50,000, multiply by 100%, because we need to find out the percentage. This can be reduced and you got 40 upon 7%. So actually the percentage is 5.15. Question number 5. I buy a TV for rupees 10,000 and sell it at a profit of 20%. How much do I get for it? Now here, first of all, whatever is given to you, first write down. You have the cost price with you 10,000. You have the profit with you 20%. You need to find out the selling price of it. We don't know, so I have put a question mark. I told you earlier also, we need to remember one formula. SP is equal to CP into 1 plus profit upon 100. So just put the values in this equation and we will find out the answer. This is CP is 10,000 multiplied by 1 plus how much is the profit? 20%. So 20 upon 100. Take the LCM, it will become 120 upon 100. Cut the zeros, you will get 100 into 120, which is equal to 12,000. So what is the selling price? Selling price is 12,000. Question number 6. Juhi sells a washing machine for rupees 13,500. She loses 20% in the bargain. What was the price at which she bought it? Now what is given to us? She sells. Sells means selling price is given to us. 13,500. She had undergone a loss of 20%. What was the price she bought it? Bought it means we need to find out the cost price, which we don't know. So CP is equal to question mark. Now selling price is equal to CP into, when it is profit we do plus profit, whenever it is loss we will do minus. So minus loss upon 100. So let's put the value in it. We know the selling price 13,500 is equal to CP, we don't know, so we will write CP only, which is multiplied by 1 minus 20 upon 100. You get 13,500 is equal to cost price into 80 upon 100. Why I wrote 80 upon 100? Take the LCM. 100 minus 20 upon 100, that is 80 upon 100. Cross multiply or take this to the other side. Let the CP remain only to the right hand side. Reduce it to its lowest term. All are divisible. You get your cost price as 16,875 rupees. Please put the rupee sign also. Question number 7. Number 1. Chalk contains calcium, carbon and oxygen in the ratio of 10:3:12. Find the percentage of carbon in the chalk. Now let's first of all find out what is the total number. 10 plus 3 plus 12, that is total sum of the ratios is 25. But we need to find out only about the carbon. How much carbon is there? Only 3. So 3 upon total number of parts, that is 25. And we will be multiplying with 100 because we need to find out the percentage. That will give me 12%. So percentage of carbon in the chalk is only 12%. Next, if in a stick of chalk carbon is 3 grams, what is the weight of the chalk of the stick? So now total weight of the stick is how much? 25 grams, because 10 plus 3 plus 12. If we do, that gives you 25 grams. Weight of the carbon they are telling we have to find out for 3 grams. But in the ratio also we are given the weight as 3 only. So that means the weight of the chalk will be 25 grams. Question number 8. Amina buys a book for rupees 275 and sells it at a loss of 15%. How much does she sell it for? Which means we know the cost price 275. We also know the loss, that is 15%. We don't know the selling price. So you can write down selling price is equal to question mark, which we have to find out. We know the formula. Selling price is equal to cost price into 1. If it is profit, we will put plus. If it is loss, we will put minus. So this question is of loss. So we will write minus loss upon 100. So if we solve it, we will get 275 into 1 minus 15 upon 100. Take the LCM. It will be 100 minus 15 upon 100, which is 85 upon 100. You will get your answer as 233.75 rupees. So the required SP or the selling price is 233 rupees and 75 paise. Question number 9. Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years in each case. You are given the principal 1200, rate of interest is given 12% and time we know it is 3 years. So in order to calculate the amount, we should know the interest. What is the formula for interest? P into R into T upon 100. What is P? Principal. What is R? Rate. What is T? Time. So in the first case, your P is 1200 multiply by 12 multiply by 3 upon 100. 0 zeros gets cancelled. Your interest comes to rupees 432. But we need to find out the amount. So for the amount, it is principal plus interest. What was the principal? 1200. How much is the interest I am going to pay? 432. So total amount will be 1632, which is to be paid after 3 years. B part. Now here your principal is 7500. Rate of interest given is 5%. Time is 3 years. Let us put it into the formula of P into R into T upon 100. That will give you 7500 multiply by 5 multiply by 3 upon 100. 0 0 get cancelled and you get your answer as 1125 rupees. This is the interest. We need to find out amount. So amount will be equal to principal plus interest or P plus I. That is 7500 plus 1125, which will give you 8625 rupees. Question number 10. What rate gives rupees 280 as interest on a sum of rupees 56,000 in 2 years? What rate means we need to find out R, which is not given to us. We are told the principal, we are given the interest, we are given the time. Let us put into the formula. How much is the interest? 280 given. How much is P? 56,000. Rate we don't know, so we will write it as R only. Time given to us is 2 years divided by 100. Take everything on the other side and keep R on your right only. Reduce it to its lowest term. You will get a fraction of 1 upon 4, which can be written as 0.25%. So the required rate is 0.25%. Question number 11. If Meena gives an interest of rupees 45 for 1 year at 9% rate per annum, what is the sum she has borrowed? It means interest is given to us 45, time is given to us 1 year, rate is also given to us 9%. So what is missing here? The principal. P is not known. So what we will do is just put the values. It will be 45 is equal to P into 9 into 1 upon 100. Take everything on the other side and just keep P on your right side. Reduce it to its lowest term. You will get 500 rupees, which is your required sum or which is the principal which she has borrowed. With this, we finish exercise 8.3 children. I hope you have understood all the questions. Please do lots of practice. Very soon I will come up with the next video. Till then, see you. Goodbye.